I've got my Volantex Ranger 600 out here today, and it's been converted to a twin brushless motor setup, power system with a hobby grade gyro and a hobby grade receiver and a hobby grade ESC. So it's all hobby grade now. All right, so I'm wanting to try some different props on it, and I've switched out my 3x4x3 3-blade polycarbonate props with these two blade. They're 3x3 bullnose props. I think it's going to give me just about as much power. I think I'm still going to have unlimited vertical, and I think that it's also going to be a little more conservative on power, so I should get a little longer flight time. Anyway, I'm trying to find that Goldilocks zone with the prop setup on this power system. Let's launch it. Alright, so I still launched that at 50% throttle. Took right off. It's in fully stabilized mode right now. Alright, now we've got it in wind mitigation mode, gyro mode. Come through here and see what kind of power we've got with this setup. So I'm flying it with just these little GNB 2S 350 milliamp hour 2S LiPo. So yeah, it looks like it's still got unlimited vertical, not as much power as I had before. So it's pulling vertical really well, just not with as much authority. I mean, it's not accelerating vertically like it was. I think I could live with that if it gives me the amount of flight time that I want. That's pretty speedy at about 55% throttle, huh? See how it's handling really well. I did also change the linkage on my elevator to give me a little more elevator authority than what I had. I like having a little bit of elevator in reserve. So I've got my timer set the same. I've got my timer set for 4 minutes. So we're going to fly it for 4 minutes doing mixed mode flying. Yeah, that still has a really good vertical. I don't have any complaints with that. So I'm going to get it set up. It looks like I was getting a little bit of oscillation out of the tail there on the elevator. So I have to check into that. But yeah, we'll see how this works out with the amount of battery that's left in it after this 4-minute flight doing mixed mode flying. And I just want to check out the power, and yeah, the power's still holding pretty good. Not a problem. Still has good power. I don't know how long I've had it in the air. Still pulling it through the air fairly quickly, even though these are 2-blade props instead of 3-blade props, and they have 1 inch less pitch than the other props. It's still pulling it pretty well through. The rolls are still pretty snappy, so it's still pulling it through the air pretty quickly. And I like the fact that those props are green too. They look pretty cool. But yeah, it's even as long as I've had it in the air right now, it still is pulling vertical with pretty good authority. And I'm starting to get my haptic now, so I haven't been easy on it. I've been in the throttle more than I've been out of it. Still pulling big huge wide loops after about 4 minutes in the air. The elevator feels pretty good. I've got a little more authority on the elevator now than I had. We'll wait until the timer goes off.
Timer 1
There we go. Okay, we'll come back through here. I'll make one more circuit and I'll bring it in. One more circuit here, and then we'll bring it in and set it down and check the voltage. But it has pretty good power. Obviously not, doesn't have as good a power as it had with a 3x4x3 prop, but it was pretty good. You know, it's still got unlimited vertical. So let's see what kind of estimated flight time I'm going to get out of it, pushing it pretty hard. See if I can hold this up where you can see it. Ooh, that's down there, man. 3.5, 3.5. So that's below where I like to have it. I like to have it at 3.6. So I pushed it pretty hard there. Let me see how long I had it in the air. I had it in the air for 4 minutes and 24 seconds. So yeah, I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna have to try some different props. Anyway, the quest continues for the best prop to use on this power setup with these little tiny LiPos, so I can get 6 to 7 minutes of flight time doing mixed mode flying. So stay tuned. That's a wrap on this episode. I'll see you next time in the Tinkerz Lab.